looting of businesses is threatening to force the KwaZulu-Natal economy to its knees. And with violence continuing to spread, the last thing the province needs is guns in the hands of the wrong people. Zululand Sports, a store specializing in the sale of rifles and ammunition, has for the past 2 days been fighting off looters. Thankfully, the thieves didn't get their hands on the store's 500 weapons. But tragically, like countless other businesses, much of the property has been destroyed. For more on this, we're joined by Willem Swanepoel. He's the owner of Zululand Sports. Willem, thank you so much for your time this morning. We know you guys are going through a really, really rough time. Your business has been hit hard. I can only imagine what you and your employees are going through right now. What's the situation like at the moment?
Okay, thank you for having me. It was quite a bit of a fight. We had the police supporting us greatly. We had the community supporting us. But basically we were overrun on Monday afternoon. They rioted our shop. We knew about the events happening, so we didn't go into the shop. And my security company phoned me at around about 1 o'clock to tell me that the front door has opened, and after that they looted the shop. One of my employees very bravely went into the shop around about 5-6 o'clock at night when things started to calm down again, and then he found around about 10 people trying to break open the safe. And he warded them off at bay until the police arrived and they arrested 10 people.
Willem, let's paint the picture here. Just how dangerous would it have been if that safe had been opened? What kind of weapons do you guys stock?
Well, it's mainly handguns, which people buy for self-defense, and then there were a fair amount of hunting rifles and a couple of self-loading rifles and shotguns as well.
Willem, do you think that the police have done enough to help you to prevent those weapons from getting into the wrong hands?
Yes, the police were marvelous yesterday. It would have been nice if they could have stand off before the time, but we wouldn't have known. We didn't expect them to go to that extent to loot. The type of burglar bars that we have on a gun shop. There's a legal requirement, and we conform to that requirement. And it is, I can tell you, it's the same stuff that banks would have had. So. We just didn't expect that kind of violence.
Yeah.
We really didn't expect.
Do you think that there was a particular target placed on your store because of the stock of weapons that you carry?
No, I believe that it was that was basically probably the last place that they decided that they could raid. But I think, once they realized that they could breach that security, then it was a free-for-all.
Where to from here, Willem? How do you recover from this? What do you tell your employees? Are you able to keep them on? What happens now?
My employees have been, they've been stalwarts. They've been really working hard. Even through COVID, we were closed 4 months last year because we were not regarded as an essential service, and we lost all of that income. I've been keeping them going with my pension fund and my wife's pension fund that we've cashed in then. And now I'm going to rely on insurance. My insurance brokers have been phenomenal. They've organized security through the insurance for us in this time. And I'm just going to rely on the insurance. We have been paying insurance for probably close to 30 years. And, we believe that Sasria should come to the party.
Willem Swanepoel, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. We really appreciate it. He's the owner of Zululand Sports, a store that carries hundreds of weapons that would have gotten into the wrong hands, and we really could have seen an ugly, ugly scene in KZN.